Well, that was pretty easy. Let's head on back over to the shop now. Start sanding this down. All right then, let's grab these sanders, get this thing cleaned up. We're gonna start with the angle grinder. Got my 7-inch abrasive disc on here. Just gonna start right here on the back side of this. We don't have to make it perfect, because this is gonna be up against the wall. But we want to smooth some of this out, so here we go. That's probably about all we need for that side. So let's flip this thing over and take a look at the front side. It's pretty rough. Getting a little dry rot in there even, but we can sand a lot of that out. Just gonna take it easy. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and move on out of here so we don't fill the shop up with sawdust. Because we've got a little bit more sanding to do here than I first anticipated. That's all I dare do with the big angle grinder. Let's take this on in and grab that palm sander and clean this up a little bit more. Alright, before we grab that palm sander, let's take a minute and scrape out some of this. We want to leave this pretty burl, but we want to clean this up. Use my chisel. Yeah, so I think you can see a little better here what I'm talking about. We've got all this heavy pitch, this sap, it's dried up in here. We just want to take a minute to scrape a lot of this out, because we don't want to leave this burl. We don't want to run our sander over it too much, but we don't want this thing flaking once we hang it on the wall. Alright, so we've got this cleaned up pretty good. Time to get that palm sander out. We're going to go with we don't want to sand too much more off of this. We'll try to keep it as natural as we can. We've cleaned up all the loose stuff, so we're going to go with 100 grit sandpaper on our random orbital palm sander. Alright, so now we're going to take a little sandpaper and do what we can by hand. I'm liking it. I'm liking what I see. I'll tell you what, this is really starting to look beautiful, isn't it? It's getting kind of late though, and honestly I'm getting a little hungry. So I'm going to head on over to the house. But you be sure to come on back next week and we'll get this thing finished up. And if you want to learn more how you can take what most people would call firewood and turn it into something as beautiful as this, you be sure to come see me, Mitchell Dillman, at logfurnitureHowTo.com.